sounds like your entire family got together to bully this 90-year-old woman.
I still think we're going to win the World Cup.
Right, stop, because I'm trying to make this sound clever.
Two lads just having a chat, talking about this, talking about that. Two lads just having a chat, plus we don't really like each other and we're trying to change that.
So I deliberately didn't respond to your message because basically last week's podcast wasn't good when I came to review it.
Was it shy?
It wasn't great.
We did waffle a lot.
We waffled a lot. But something that did make me feel a little better is what a YouTuber tweeted out the other day, and he was like, for all the small creators out there that record something and then you review the footage and like your head's cut off or your audio doesn't. You're like, I've been doing this for five years now, got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I went to review my footage and I was half out of frame. So I had to do the entire 3-hour shoot all over again. So he was like, it happens to the most experienced of us. So I think I can take a bit of comfort in the fact of 15 podcasts, only 2 have not gone out.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Coming up, so we've got the classic news segment. We've got Did You Know? You're reviewing. I thought that was a cigar then, but that's just a very stylish vape. Is that one of those?
Yeah.
Is that one of those? Oh, what's it called? Elf bars.
No, I moved away from Elf Bar.
So you did do that because they're the ones that are like just like it's like cancer straight up, isn't it? It's just like straight away bubble.
That's what everyone's. Everything that's popular to do with vaping, it gives you cancer, apparently. So I'm not.
They have
concerned.
probably got a point.
But it did put me off, yeah. So I changed.
Yes, and they probably do have a point with most things.
But they've done that with every single popular one.
Yeah, but
it's just the government's way of
inhaling smoke into your body. You probably are going to give yourself some form of ailment.
Oh yeah. I accepted that many a year ago.
Okay, fair enough. We've got a review section coming up. You're reviewing a very niche subject, but I'm on board with it. I got a little discussion going on, and then I've got a few little I've got a few surprises to drop in the mix. I've got
Give me some of that topical stuff. Let me know what's going on. Give me some of that topical stuff. Let me know what's really going on, baby.
What has happened in the news this week?
I don't know. I'm just about to open the news app. Completely forgot to do that before. So here we go. Putin.
Oh, fuck's sake.
He's fucked it. He's absolutely fucked it. He tried to, what they call mobilization. Basically, every reserve in Russia was called up.
Didn't they all just fuck off out the country?
Yeah, so it was like 300,000 people, right? Most of them have either fled or just point blank refused. They obviously don't agree with the war that's going on, not feeling very patriotic. Not that I blame them. And then it's come out and they've said, maybe we made mistakes with the mobilization effort.
Russia have said that?
Yeah. So everyone's thought he's ill for ages as well. Like everyone's been thinking he's like battling some sort of illness. Just judging by the way he sits at tables and things like that, it's like he's gripping the table as if he's in pain.
Put the vapes down.
Yeah, that's what I
say. Put the vapes down.
Yeah, calm down on the Elf bar. But
you're welcome. In fact, I'll probably cut that. I probably shouldn't be sending help to Putin. Keep smoking the vapes, Putes.
Yeah.
I'll send you some.
Try Elf bar.
Yeah, well, don't be too harsh. Did you see that Russian state broadcaster basically said we should nuke the Queen's funeral or something? Like apparently she said that was going viral. I was like, that's mad that's on TV.
Yeah.
You can't even say cunt on BBC here, and they're basically alluding to bombing funerals of monarchs.
Yeah, not good.
Labour did just vote though, didn't they, to change the way of voting in this country. So like
they voted to change voting.
So they're part. So when the general election is first past the post, so like you could have what, like the Tories have got in with like 30% of the vote.
Yeah,
because it's been split or whatever. I don't entirely understand it. And Labour have, as a party, voted, I think, to put in their manifesto for if they were to get in power, to reform the voting system to make it fairer. Which is, there's all like moanings and stuff about this first past the post stuff being outdated, etc., which it is. And so they are proposing to change it up somehow in some way, shape, or form. So it's a more fairer way of voting, which basically you would assume would fuck the Tory, right? Because apparently first past the post favours the Tories most of the time anyway.
Of course it will. They're all old
So
people that do it.
I think it might be to do with the fact that it's like Tory seats might be in smaller places. So like I guess for example, 10 votes in a safe Tory seat would be the same as 20. I don't fucking
Yeah,
understand a
I
thing
know
that's
what
going on.
you're trying to say. So it's like saying there's a
They need
Labour
they need less votes in places to get a seat, whereas
yeah,
if this is
there's
more
like
like proportional.
a Labour MP is sat in Manchester trying to get thousands of votes to pass it, but then in Biddulph, the Tory guy's sat there with 5 votes and he's beat Labour.
Yeah, I just need Gary
Yeah.
from Spoons in his EDL shirt to pop up down the polling station. We should probably speak about things that we don't know anything about more often because fuck me, it brings me back down to earth. It
Oh
really,
yeah.
really does.
Yeah, I love doing it. I will always speak to Viewer Lewis about politics because I know I always learn something because he actually gives a shit about this stuff, and two, I like putting in my tooth penneth and seeing where I come out the other side.
Oh yeah, if you throw an opinion out there that you have no idea about, and you end up in the middle of an argument, I've done that so many times with Bryony's parents, where I'll just say something that's outrageous, and then I'll have to spend about 90 minutes backing it up with just pure bollocks. It really does grow you as a person, and also
Yeah.
the more importantly, it makes people around you think less of you.
You stupid fuck, I bet you don't know this. You stupid fuck, I'm about to teach you this.
Okay, did you know?
Go on.
The Church of England. Do you know how it was formed?
No, not a clue.
So it was created because Henry VIII basically wanted to divorce Catherine. So at this time, England was ruled by the Pope and it was Catholic. He pushed through something called the Act of Supremacy, and the act made him and his heirs the supreme head of the Church of England. So this
His
meant that the Pope.
hairs or heirs?
Oh yeah, heirs. I've already said that. Fuck. I'm gonna keep it in. It's because I'm reading it. Also, I'm stupid as fuck. Right, stop, because I'm trying to make this sound clever.
Oh god.
This meant that the
Hairs.
oh, for fuck's sake. Don't put a H on the start
God.
of the word. Don't put a H on the start of it. That's what
Oh
I'd say.
wow, God.
This meant that the Pope no longer held religious authority in England, and Henry was free to divorce Catherine. So the Church of England only exists so that Henry VIII could divorce one of his wives.
I respect that. Very good. I didn't know.
It was a good one, wasn't it?
I actually did know. I just pretended I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I knew
You
of
didn't
it.
fuc't know that. Fuck off. Get fucked.
Of course I did.
You
It was
didn't
all.
know
It was all to do with the news and shit when the Queen died.
Was it?
Yeah, it was in there.
Ah.
We're still talking. We will never stop. We're still talking. Yeah, and we will never stop.
My grandmother, Big Marge, as she's commonly known, turned 90. So we went to Shrigley Hall, which is just outside of Macclesfield. Nice place, actually. Nice gaff. Went there for afternoon tea. She's in a wheelchair now. She's not very mobile, shall we say. But even more, she's blind. So my auntie wheeled her in, and me and my dad are sort of sat in this sort of reception area waiting to be seated. And my auntie, no word of a lie, wheels her right up to me, so she's facing me. Doesn't recognise me. She didn't know we were coming either, so she didn't know to expect us. It was all a bit of a surprise.
So wait there. You surprised a blind old woman and then got slightly offended when she didn't recognise you.
I didn't get offended. She got wheeled right up to me, didn't recognise me. So me and my dad are sat there chuckling, and she just looks at me and does this,
Oh,
as if she's been sat with complete strangers. 60 seconds it took for her to clock on that it was me and Dad. Oh! Like that. That's the noise that came out of her.
I
Anyway,
recognise those fingers anywhere.
yeah, that's what was said. Yeah. So anyway, then family start turning up and stuff.
Just
My
to
cousin.
reference, that's a joke about you fingering your grandmother. and that's how she recognizes you.
Oh God. Family starts sitting up then. My cousin absolutely trolls her any chance he can get.
Right.
So with her being in the wheelchair, that is a really good way to just take the piss, basically. Turns up, wheels are away from where she's sat, wheels are up to the end of the table, facing the complete wrong way. So she's sat there facing the wrong way. Again, takes a good while for her to realise she's not facing anyone. She's just looking actually down a corridor. Then it's birthday card, present sort of time. Everyone's giving her stuff. Obviously, she's fucking blind. So everything that gets handed to her, she's like, oh yeah, lovely, lovely. We could have handed her a dildo and she wouldn't have fucking known. My cousin proceeds to start reading cards to her in the most patronising way possible. One of the funny jokes that he made there was opened a card up. She's looking at it cluelessly. He says, to mum. And he looks at her and goes, this must be from one of your children. And she's like, oh, really? And he's just proper sarcastic with it. She called him a knobhead for that, which was great. It's always good to see your 90-year-old grandmother swearing. Yeah, great time.
I mean, from the outside, it sounds like your entire family got together to bully this 90-year-old woman and
Yes.
torment her on her day of her birth,
Yeah,
90 years prior.
100%. 100%. Yes, that is what happened.
I fucking hate it. Yeah. I fucking hate it. Yeah. I'll tell you what I hate. It's fucking peace.
I fucking hate tradespeople.
Elaborate.
I hate
any specific trade here.
I hate electricians. Really, has been we've got our house is a block of 2, right?
It's a semi-detached.
That's the one, and no other houses around. And for the past 2 years, the house next door has been empty. We get an email from our landlord in the summer saying, "Oh, we're going to be doing the house up a little bit, and then people will be moving in." And they're like, "I know you got kids, so there's going to be a bit of noise for the first week of September, where we're going to have to do some drilling and blah blah blah." It started the last week of August, and is due to finish allegedly tomorrow. And this has been 24 days of consistent banging and drilling from 8 in the morning through to it's still going on now, so probably 3, half 3. And I have never witnessed, like, I think they're taking the piss because there's no way, unless you're drilling in to pure solid iron, that you need to be drilling for as long as it's literally like times by 10 all of the time, right? It will be quiet for say 20 minutes goes by and it's quiet, and I'll be like, okay, now I've got a meeting. The moment I click the meeting link, earlier today, I don't think, because we called up yesterday to the landlord and complained, and we were like, look, mate, this is taking the biscuit now. It's been consistent. Our youngest fucking hits the roof every time there's a drill. So we have to contest with the drilling and then the screaming, and I'm just like, fucking end it now for me. Just let it finish. Earlier today, I think they've caught winds that we've been like, shut the fuck up, because they would. You don't drill like this. He was like, for 5 minutes at a time, and then he'd stop for a couple of minutes. And it also sounded like he wasn't drilling into the wall. It sounded like he just got like a metal piece, put it against the wall, put the drill piece against the metal piece, and was just drilling into thin air. Because it wasn't going in anything. It was just making a lot of noise. I fucking hate them. I hate electricians. Fuck yous.
Press the button, baby, drop a subscribe. Go on, pretty please, don't be shy.
International football.
Yeah, it's wank. Not enjoying it at the moment. Really not any of it at all. I think the UEFA Nations League is an absolute fucking joke and a farce, and a way for UEFA to make more money.
Even when we got to the last summer? I just didn't give a shit.
No, no one does. No one does. And you know what, as well, is quite interesting. I think Gareth Southgate doesn't give a shit. Because there was a stat read out last night, and although England have been pretty poor recently, 100 games I think he's played? Or seven? No,
He's
72
only lost
games.
13, hasn't he?
72. Yeah, he's only lost 13.
the-
7 of them, UEFA Nations League.
What I would say
7.
about Southgate, though, I'm all for not giving a shit about the Nations League, but I'd rather him not give a shit in a way that it's like, I'm testing new things out. Don't
Yeah.
fucking play. Harry Maguire, at
Hmm.
this point, you can't even blame Maguire. I've seen lots of people tweeting and on Reddit, and it's like,
Yeah, but he is
Maguire's
shite,
shit.
though, isn't he?
He's not good, but he clearly is. He was a good player, so there's something in there. It's up to
Yeah.
managers now to remove him. Like Southgate should not be picking him. Like when Southgate came in, it was all, I'm not going to be like the other, the Hodgsons and the
Yeah.
Svens and pick like the big top 4 players. He's just doing that. Maguire shouldn't be near the squad. Sure, and to be fair, Worldy overpassed last night. And
Yeah, he played well last night.
But he, in theory, shouldn't. Or he also shouldn't be in the team. Although
No.
you can make an argument for him because his position is probably a place that we do need people there. But centre backs, Tamori should have played.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, I still think we're going to win the World Cup. I don't know, I've just got a feeling about it. And then I'll enjoy international football again. During the football season, I dread international breaks. Absolutely dread it.
The quality is so poor.
Yeah, the quality's shite because we always play people who are wank as well. Apart from when the Nations League is on, but then it's almost as if we're not trying when that is on. So it's just have it ingrained in us to not enjoy international football. They need to make it more appealing.
The challenge elements of the podcast, not starting from this week, but starting from next week, give us time to think of some things. I thought that each week we could take turns in challenging each other to do something on our own that we'd have to bring to the podcast the following week, and then we could review it. It can be anything.
Okay.
It can be literally anything.
I can challenge you to something right now if you want.
Okay.
Can you do this?
Right, brilliant.
Can you?
Yes, I can do. Yes.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's
Anyone
the
can
Deli
do
Alley
that.
one. The Deli Alley one. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, wait there.
Can
How'd
you
you
do
do
it?
that? How'd you do that?
Get your fingers and thumbs like that,
Right.
and just put it over your eye.
Right. Wait there. Do it again.
Fingers and thumbs like that. Put
Yeah.
it over
Wait.
your eye.
Right. Wait there. Right. Stop moving. Right.
That is key. So that.
That.
Sort of, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, not that, but
Okay.
something that you would have to actively go out of your way to do. Something that you could film and turn into like a mini video as well.
Seems like a lot of effort.
But for the channel, think for the content. And you have you have basically a week to do it, and then you basically record it yourself, do the challenge, whack up a little edit of it, and then present it in this session now. We'd watch it, review it, and do it.
Yeah.
You've got 7 days to think of a challenge.
If you made it this far, you need to get a grip. What the fuck are you doing listening to this shit? You just sat through the whole fucking thing. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?